Hello and welcome back to the Project Hercules Diaries. I am exhausted, if you'll pardon the pun. Here's your Friday night update. We have almost finished the exhaust. Let's have a look. And yes, I do know that this is the wrong side of the bike, but a thought occurs that most of the videos I've done have been of this side of the bike. It's easier to get the video of this side of the bike because there's a bit more space behind me to fit most of it in frame. And we've been doing work on the drive chain for the starter motor and the clutch and the brake pedal assembly and the breather and the carb and lots of stuff on this side of the bike and a few videos around the other side. It also means that I've spent a lot of time making sure that the general area behind is relatively free of clutter, and now I've got to clean what's behind me, but I've done that, so I'm going to teleport myself now to the other side of the bike, and without further ado, let's have a look at the exhaust as it stands right now. There we go. That's about as far back as I can get. I'm pressed up hard against the fridge. Back to the fridge. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. Leave a comment if you can think of one. So that is the exhaust pipe as it stands. A couple of mates have said those downpipes are so long. So yes, I'm going to call them way on downpipes. I think that's a good name for them. So they're way on down pipes. At the moment, they are completely open into just a turnout at the end. But I have got a silencer. I think I've shown that in another video. And what I need to do is just make a brace for the back of the silencer so there isn't too much weight hanging on the supports at the bottom. But I'll drop it on in a couple of ticks so you can see what that is going to look like once that's been welded up. So support-wise, there's a support under here. That's a big brace to support the weight of the pipes here, because there's quite a bit of leverage from this on the welds around the flanges at the head. It's all bolted up, but it really is properly solid. Nothing moves here. It's very good, you know, the whole bike you can rock with the pipes, so I'm very pleased with that. This top pipe isn't supported, but when I put the silencer on, it links the two together, so the silencer will act as a support because the weight of the silencer won't be pulling on this pipe, it'll be sitting on the bottom there. But if that, I think it's a problem, then I'll put a link piece between them. But the silencer itself will be braced at this end, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. Now, if I don't get a chance to finish that before the Sammy Miller show in a few weekends time, that would probably pass at a custom bike show. Yes, I know I need to do a bit more linishing around here, and with hindsight, if I was doing this again, I probably wouldn't pick any bends out of the scrap bin from the local exhaust shop. Even though they are stainless, they're probably not quite the same grade of stainless, and they're slightly different diameter, only like by a millimeter, but it does mean that there's a lot of linishing to do to bring everything back. So at the moment they've just been part linished back and plonked back on, but there's a bit more linishing to do. But you know, I'm not a welder. I've not had any welding lessons. I've just watched a few videos and had to go myself. So considering it's the first time I've tried to make an exhaust pipe, I don't think they've come out too bad. That's all in, I think it's 304 authentic or 316 authentic, whatever grade that they normally sell you. I'll have to go and check on the receipts, but I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm going to chuck the silencer on and you can have a look at that. Oh shit, I broke my special tool that I use to kind of just tweak pipes just to help things. I think I'm in trouble. Shh, don't tell anyone. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here, nothing's going on at all. Right, back to the fridge. Okay, so there's the silencer plopped on. I have got a 45-degree turn down. I just need to cut that to length, and I'm probably going to put a slash cut at the end of it. But that's how the exhaust is going to look. I've had the real brains of the outfit sit on the seat, and there's plenty of room. It looks like it might be a bit close for the passenger, but really there isn't. It's not in the way at all. And that is the exhaust pipe. So I'm calling that sort of done. I know there's a lot more work to do in linishing, and I've got to weld a couple of bits around here, and this is very thin, this part here, so I'm going to take my time to think about how I'm going to do that. There'll probably be a split in the 2-into-1 section and a clamp, and as I say, a turn down on the end. But that's how it looks. I think that doesn't look too bad at all, and as I said earlier, for a first go, it's not too shabby. as far, well, maybe you think it is, but I don't think it's too shabby. Anyway, that's it for now. One last thing just before I drop off. I had a mate called Blackie who used to make exhaust, and he made this fantastic exhaust for my old trike. It's a good bit of work. I think he was over in the Neaton way somewhere, but we lost touch. Anyway, I often wonder if he's still out there and if he's still making exhausts, and what he would make of mine. Anyway, if you're out there, Blackie mate, hope you're well. Right, that's it for today. As usual, thank you for watching. More updates will follow.